Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Today we will talk about the SilverLine, which is a K-rail project, the most ambitious project that the Kerala government has ever undertaken. The SilverLine project, which connects one end of Kerala to the other via a semi-high-speed rail track, has been plagued by controversy since its announcement. Activists, engineers and those who will be displaced by land acquisition have all decried the project, the spade work of which has been going on for the past 12 years. However, the state government, led by the Left Democratic Front, appears adamant about moving forward with the project. Here I am Neha, trying to shed light on what you need to know about the monumental project. The project's vision. The 532-kilometer corridor is estimated to cost Rs 63,941 crore to construct. The initiative intends to reduce the time it takes to travel between the two ends of the state from 12 to less than 4 hours. The train will run at a speed of 200 km per hour and will pass through 11 of the state's 14 districts with the exception of Alappuzha, Wayanad and Idukki. It is learned that the authorities have plans to connect the corridor with the two international airports of Kerala, that is Thiruvananthapuram and Kochi international airports respectively. The project is managed by the Kerala Rail Development Corporation, a joint venture between the Ministry of Railways and the Kerala government. The project has a 2025 deadline. The construction, according to Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, will generate indirect and direct employment. He said, at the time of construction, it will provide employment to 50,000 people and after completion of the project, it will generate 11,000 employments. Project characteristics. According to K-Rail, the project will include electric multiple unit trains with 9 cars that can be extended to a total of 12 cars. With an average daily ridership of 80,000 passengers, the estimated passenger capacity per train is 75 for a 9-car seat. The railway line will run from Thiruvananthapuram to Kollam. It will have stations in Kollam, Chenganur, Kottayam, Ernakulam, Kochi Airport, Thrissur, Tirur, Kozhikode, Kannur and Kasaragod. The proposed station in Kozhikode will be underground with elevated stations in Thiruvananthapuram, Ernakulam and Thrissur. Meanwhile, rest will have at-grade stations. There are a total of 1,383 hectares to be purchased, including 1,198 hectares listed as private lands. The project has been given Rs 2,100 crore by the Kerala Infrastructure Investment Fund Board, the government's central investment arm. Proposal schedule. The LDF government of 2006-2011 proposed the SilverLine project between Thiruvananthapuram and Kasaragod as part of the state budget for 2009-2010. The Kerala High Speed Rail Corporation Limited was established in September 2011 to oversee the project's implementation. The United Democratic Front, led by the Congress, was in power at that time. The Delhi Metro Rail Corporation was mandated with drafting a feasibility report, however, it took several years to complete. The project, which was first conceived by KHSRCL for the Thiruvananthapuram-Kasaragod route, was then expanded to include the Kochi-Kasaragod route in 2014. When the Left Democratic Front assumed power in 2016, the project was upgraded to connect Kochuveli south of Thiruvananthapuram to Kannur. The KHSRCL performed a study at the time to learn about the public opinion. In February 2017, it was found that 86% of people were in favor of the project, while those who were against it concerned about home displacement, loss of livelihood and environmental damage. The administration of Pinarayi Vijayan then established land acquisition cells in 10 districts. The Railways Ministry agreed to donate 200 acres of undeveloped property along the line. Activists claim the project will irreversibly harm the environment. The state administration claims that the railway line will lessen greenhouse gas emissions, while environmentalists have voiced concerns about potential ecosystem harm. They are concerned about the state's waterways, paddy fields and wetlands being irreversibly damaged, adding that it will subsequently trigger natural disaster. The project's rapid environmental impact assessment was completed earlier in 2020 by the Thiruvananthapuram Research Institute Centre for Environment and Development. The SilverLine does not run through any notified regions such as national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserves or other ecological sensitive places, according to the project's Environmental Impact Assessment Report, which was submitted in July 2020. The report does note, however, that the alignment is substantially parallel to one of the world's biodiversity hotspots, the Western Ghats. The Kerala Paristhiti Aikyavedi, a group of ecologists and campaigners, has urged the government to scrap the project and look for more sustainable alternatives. As per K-Rail, 9,314 structures would be razed by the project. It is estimated that at least 10,000 families will need to migrate. This number could be doubled if the environment management plan is completed. Separate protests have also been led by political organizations such as the Congress, BJP and the Indian Union Muslim League, as well as citizen groups such as the K-Rail SilverLine Viruddha Janakiya Samiti against the project. According to a petition signed by 17 state opposition MPs, the project is an astronomical swindle in the making that will further in-depth the state. Former Delhi Metro Chief E. Sridharan called the project ill-conceived and defectively planned. He stated the current proposal requires numerous revisions, including the fundamental track width. The centre has also spoken out against the project, claiming that a small state like Kerala lacks the financial wherewithal to bear such a large financial burden. The Kerala government was hoping for Rs 2,150 crore in aid from the centre. The centre, on the other hand, had turned down the state's request for a standing guarantee on a foreign loan. Meanwhile, Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan on Tuesday announced a compensation package of Rs 13,265 crore for those who lost land and property in the SilverLine project. Addressing the event, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan continued to rubbish the concerns by the opposition regarding the project and said it is envisaged as a complete green initiative and would implement with lesser social impact. A compensation package and relief package worth Rs 13,265 crores would be implemented for the affected persons who would lose their buildings, property and other belongings, making it clear that the Mammoth project is inevitable for the development of the state and the government would go ahead with the implementation. He said certain people were putting up stiff resistance when they were coming ahead with such pro-initiatives for the state. Meanwhile, KPCC President K. Sudhakaran on Tuesday came down heavily on the state government regarding the K-Rail SilverLine project. He said the opposition will forcefully remove the survey stones laid for the social impact study of the project. He also alleged that Pinarayi Vijayan is eyeing the bribe from the project. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, it was reported that the survey stone laid at Kannur was removed by unidentified persons hours after Sudhakaran's open warning to the Kerala government.